try to get some action in the moment. I'm ready to go. Oh. So this is Joe.
Joe.
Joe is really feisty, Joe.
Yeah. This is Capone.
And this little one,
Capone will let me hold him.
This little one is Laurel.
And then Alex is the white and orange.
You want to show people him real quick on the screen? Hi, everyone.
So pretty.
Thank you for joining. Alrighty, we're gonna go ahead and get ourselves started. I've muted everyone, and then make sure you can pin my screen if you need to at the top. But we're gonna go ahead and get started now. Okay. Thank you for joining.
It's just kind of temporarily here until we get him into either a foster home or one of our other centers.
Oh,
so, yes, he does not do well with other cats.
So Gina, if you wanna go ahead and give us the
Everybody feel
intro.
good? You feel socially distanced enough?
Yeah.
Okay. I hear somebody over here playing with something.
Alex.
Hi everyone. Oh, killing my knees.
You can stand over here if you want.
I'm okay. Hi everyone, I'm Gina. So thank you so much for coming and supporting the cafe. Please come and visit us. We are open again. So if you haven't been here before, we are the Nook Cafe in Norwood. We house animals from ACDC Rescue, and they are all up for adoption. We have great social media and would love to have you visit if you're able. So enjoy your session.
All righty. Well, thank you all so much for being here today. I really appreciate you. We have some in-person people here, which is awesome. I haven't taught yoga to actual people for a while, so thank you so much for being here. As always, what's always most important to me is that you take really good care of yourself throughout our time together. So making sure you're drinking water throughout. If you need a break, feel free to do it. All of the movement will be all levels. So you take it how you want, right? So make sure that you're modifying if you need to. If you just choose to sit here and play with the cats or sit in your child's pose and just rest the entire time, I'm completely fine with that too. So really taking it however you need to take it and just being very in tune with your body. I am your guide here in your yoga practice, but ultimately you're your own teacher, right? Your body tells you what to do. So make sure you're just listening to it as best as you can. And we're going to start off in a seated position. So you can either cross the legs or you can have them in front of you, whatever is most comfortable for you. Sorry, I haven't talked out loud like this with a mask, so please bear with me. But just coming to a very comfortable seated position, sitting up nice and tall, maybe closing the eyes or looking down the bridge of the nose, nice soft gaze. And just taking a moment to settle into the space. Allowing yourself to be fully present in the moment. Letting go of anything that might have come before this time. Letting go of anything that might follow this time. And really tuning into yourself. So maybe placing one hand on the heart, the other on the belly. Allowing your deep breaths to come in easily, nice calming, easy breaths in through the nose. Maybe you exhale side out through the mouth. Nice big inhales, exhales, release. And reminding yourself that your breath is the most important part of our yoga practice. It would not be yoga if you weren't continuing to incorporate your breath in your practice. So whatever you're doing, allow yourself to keep, that intention in your mind. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose, exhale, release down, let it go. We'll start to bring our hands to our mats. So nudging yourself to sit up nice and tall, pressing the fingertips into your mat. Relax the shoulders down the back, nice tall spine, good posture. Good, take a nice deep breath in through the nose, exhale, let it go. On the inhale, we'll take a nice big inhale, let the arms come over the head. And then we'll take a twist toward the back of our room. So maybe twisting nice and gentle. No need to force or strain anything, just taking a glance over your shoulder if that feels good for you. Nice deep breath. Inhale to come back up through the spine. We've got some crazy cats over here. And then taking your twist to the opposite direction. So nice and gentle as you twist. No need to strain or force anything. No need to strain or force anything ever in this life. So really taking ease in your practice. Inhale to come up nice and tall, hands come over. And then maybe you take a gentle forward fold, flat back over. Maybe bringing the head and neck to ease. So maybe shaking the head yes and no as you find this forward fold. Nice and gentle, breathing nice and deeply. And as you continue to breathe, breathe your exhales into your lower back. So allowing that ease in the lower back and opening up that space. On the inhale, we'll start to bring our hands back to our center body, rolling up through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Good. Then once you reach the top, let the shoulders roll up and back, down the back. Inhale, shoulders roll forward. Exhale, roll them down the back. And once more, inhale, nice and big. Exhale, roll them down the back. Good. We'll place all of our weight into our left hand and let the right arm come up and over, stretching through that side body. Maybe the gaze comes up to the sky. Hello, Joe. Feel that stretch in the side body. And then on the inhale, coming up nice and tall. Take that weight and shift it into the right side. Let the left arm reach all the way up. Feel that stretch, breathing, reaching, let the gaze look up. And then coming back through a center body. Take a few of these side bends on your own pace. Just allowing the upper body to warm up. Feel that stretch. Nice and gentle. Maybe taking one or two more to each side. And then coming to a nice tall spine. Sitting up nice and tall. We'll place our hands onto our thighs, or if your legs are in front of you, still onto the thighs. We'll take a few circular motions through the upper body. So just circling, keeping both sits bones on the earth as you continue to circle through the body. Good. And then we'll go the opposite direction, nice and gentle. Oh, yes. We hear some meows over here. Good. And then we'll take our hands and bring them behind the back. So let the hands come onto the ground behind you. You can either point your fingertips to the back of your room or the front of your room. Pour all of your weight into your palms. And then let your heart go all the way up to the sky. So really allow that heart to open up to the sky. Maybe the gaze and the forehead go up as well. Nice and gentle as you open up the heart. So we know that if we live our lives and lead our lives with an open heart, that more opportunity, more promise, more hope will come our way. So putting these good open heart vibes into the universe in hopes that great things continue to come back to all of us. Feel that nice physical openness through the heart, but then also feeling the nice mental, spiritual, emotional openness through the heart as well. Take a nice deep breath in, exhale, let it go. We'll come back through a nice tall spine. Shake it out for a moment there. Good. Inhale, let the arms come up, 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 all the way to the sky. Coming back into heart center. Inhale, nice and big. Rising those arms up. Exhale, back into heart center. And once more, nice, big, expansive breath. Everything comes back into heart center. I invite you to set your intention for your practice today. Maybe it's just getting to your feet. Or maybe it's something bigger that takes you on into the week, on into the next month, whatever it is. Just set that intention for yourself. We're so grateful for our cats here and for the Cat Nook for having us. Take a nice deep breath in, exhale, release. We'll place our hands down in front of us. And we'll start to sweep our feet around behind us. Coming into tabletop position. So really spreading the fingertips nice and wide. Let the shoulders be over the wrists. And let the hips be over the knees. We'll take a few cat and cows here. So on the inhale, let your gaze and your heart shine forward. Drop your belly down. On the exhale, look into the belly button, ground through the back for cat. Inhale, gaze and heart shine forward. Exhale, round through your back. Continue there. Inhale and exhale on your own pace. So moving through your inhales and exhales. Very good. Continuing to find that movement through the upper body. Maybe you take a few figure eights, whatever you need. Good. And then coming to a neutral spine, nice and easy. We'll take our right hand, reach it out as though we're going to give a handshake, and then we'll straighten and flex into the left leg. So feel that nice long line. Toes can either stay on your mat or rise above for a nice straight line. Engage your core here. Continue to breathe. Feel that stretch. On the inhale, bring everything into your center body so the knee and the elbow come into the center body. Exhale as you reach nice and long out to that long line. Inhale to bring everything inward. Exhale as you reach nice and long, and then coming back onto solid ground underneath you, nice and stable. Good. Send your left hand out for a handshake, straighten and flex into the right. Feel that nice long line, engage the core. Maybe the toes come off of your mat, maybe not. Your choice. On the inhale, bring everything into your center body. Exhale as you reach, nice and long. Inhale to bring everything in. Exhale as you reach. And then coming back onto center ground, nice and stable. Good. We're going to put all of our weight into our left hand this time. Open up through the right shoulder and the right hip. Coming onto a side plank here. So the knee can stay down on the ground. If you choose, you can always bring that knee off of the ground. But continue to reach up, look up. Feel that energy as though someone's pulling you up from the clouds. Breathe. Exhale to come back down through center. Both hands, both knees back down on the ground. And then putting all of your weight into the right side. So shifting that weight to the right, open up the left shoulder. Bring that left hip open, reach the left hand up. Feel that reach. Find the breath, breathe. On the exhale, coming back down through the center. We're gonna bring our knees down, lower all the way down to the earth. Nice and flat on the stomach here. We're gonna keep the hands right beside the sides. We're gonna take a few waves through the spine here. On the inhale, gently coming up to a baby cobra or cobra. Nice and gentle as you lift the heart. Exhale to come back down. Inhale, coming up to a baby cobra or cobra, your choice. No force, no strain. Keep the back of the neck nice and long. Exhale as you come back down. And once more, inhale to rise, going exactly where you wish, maybe pushing through the arms. Exhale as you come back down, nice and gentle. Good. We're going to start to shift our weight back into child's pose. So coming back through the knees. Let the knees be nice and wide here. Let the big toes touch. And gently find yourself into a child's pose that works for you. No need to strain or force anything down. Just coming on down. Take some deep breaths here, knowing that throughout our practice today, you can always return to child's pose. It is a restorative pose. It is a restful pose, but it's also very revigorating and re-energizing if you need to find that place. Take a nice deep inhale, exhale, sigh it out, let it go. And then starting to roll yourself back up onto the spine. Good. We're going to come to either tabletop or you can choose to push to a plank, your choice. Then we're going to make our very first downward facing dog of the day. So if you come to a plank first, know that this is where your hands and your feet should be as far as like distance from where they are. And then pushing back through the hips. You can certainly walk through the feet here. So creating that triangle. Very good. Push through the fingertips so that you're taking the weight out of the wrists. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale, release. We're going to take a look at the hands in front of us. Start to walk. Tiptoe your feet to your hands at the top of your mat. Forward fold, let it go. Bend your knees if you need to. Allow yourself to hang and drape here. Shake the head yes and no. Take a nice big inhale. And then we're going to start to roll up one vertebrae at a time, coming into our sun salutation. So rolling up to standing from the bottom up, just like a flower blooming out of the soil, coming up, reach the arms up above you. Exhale as you dive down to the earth. Beautiful. Inhale to come halfway up. Exhale, forward fold, let it go, sway it out. Nice and gentle. We'll take this one more time on your own pace, on your own intention. Start to roll up through the spine. Hi. Rising up, reaching up, blooming. Let those petals, those flowers bloom up to the sky. Exhale as you dive down to the earth. Inhale to come halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Very good. So we're going to take our hands down to the ground. Step the right foot back behind you. Good. We're gonna gently lower our knee, untuck our toes, coming into a half crescent lunge. The left knee is over the ankle in front here. Option to stay just where you are and feel that stretch in the quad, or you can certainly bring the hands to the top of the thigh or reach them up to the sky, your choice. We're really feeling that stretch. Woo! This mask, man. It's tough
And it's
teaching
a
with a
little warm
mask.
in here, I'm sorry.
It's tough teaching with a mask, man. All right, so pushing through this quad here, feel that stretch, maybe let the gaze come up. Good. Exhale, we're gonna flex into that front foot, feel the stretch behind the hamstring. Kind of a half split here. If you've got the flexibility, you're more than welcome to go down into a real split, your choice. If not, stay exactly where you are. It's more than enough. Every little bit is more than enough. On the inhale, rising up, up, up. Exhale, we'll place the hands down. We'll gently tuck our toe in the back and then rise that knee off of the ground. If you want, you can always stay where you are. That's fine. On the inhale, we're going to rise our hearts up to the sky, coming into a full crescent lunge. Good. Breathing nice and deeply. Find your breath here. Breath is key here. Inhale, nice and big. On the inhale, we're going to rise through our front knee. Straighten that front knee. Exhale to bend. Inhale as you rise. Exhale to bend. Inhale, nice and big. Exhale to bend. Good. We're going to keep that front knee bent. We're going to bring the arms out to cactus. Take a few side bends here. Establishing our core strength that's there. Okay to wobble. Good, good. On the inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, we're going to plant our hands down. We're going to step back into either a plank, or you can lower the knees down for tabletop. We're going to move through our vinyasa, or you can always meet us in downward dog, your choice. If you're moving through the vinyasa, lower all the way down to the ground. Keep the elbows squeezed into the chest, rising up to maybe a cobra or baby cobra, and then pushing back to your downward dog. As I mentioned, you can always skip this entirely and just meet us in downward dog. Take a nice big cleansing breath once you reach downward dog. You're doing great for someone who's never done yoga. You're doing awesome. Take a nice deep breath. We'll take a look at the hands in front of us. Start to walk, step or hop to meet your feet, or meet your hands at the top of your mat. Rolling up one vertebrae at a time up into your sun salutation. Reach the arms up, up, up. Woo, who's sweating? Exhale as we come down. Inhale to come halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to place the hands down. Step that left foot back behind you this time. Lower the knees.
Look at
Untuck
Capone
the
on the
toe.
cat tree. Capone on the cat tree. He's got his leg out too. He's working it.
He's working it. Good. So remember, knees over the ankle here in the front, right leg. Left leg is down and toes are untucked. Option to stay here, that's more than enough, or option to come up to your half crescent lunge. Good. Breathing here, reaching, find your breath, continue there. Ah, beautiful. Beautiful. Awesome. Find your breath. We're going to stretch back into our heel stretch here. So really feeling that stretch behind the hamstring. Breathing. On the inhale, rising back up one more time. Lift the heart. Reach, reach, reach. We'll place our hands down onto our mat. We'll untuck the toe. Place that knee up. Option to stay here always, or option to rise your heart up to the sky for your crescent lunge on the left side. I'm sorry, this is right? Right side. Oh, I miss teaching people. Good, breathing. On the inhale, we'll rise up through that front knee. Exhale to bend. Inhale as we rise. Exhale to bend. Awesome. Inhale to rise, nice and big. Exhale to bend, very nice. And then take the arms out, straight out to your side this time. Finding those side bends, noticing keeping the arms out to the side is a little more challenging, or not. Very good. On the inhale, rise the arms up above you. Exhale, place those hands down. Option to move through your vinyasa, or option to meet us in downward dog. Yes! Say hi! Finding your way however you need to. Oh, yes, we're face to face. Good. Take a nice deep inhale, exhale, release. This time we're going to send our right leg up the back. So let that right heel shine up to the sky. And then we're going to step that right foot in between the hands. We're gonna ground down through the back heel, so spin on the back ball of that foot to bring the back heel down to the ground. And on the inhale, we're gonna rise up to our warrior one. Good, so you want your hips to be as square as possible. Woo, the sweat. You want your hips to be as square as possible, and that might mean bringing that back foot out a little bit to the side, and then readjusting the hips. Good.
Breathe right here. That's not
Continuing to breathe.
I picked wisely.
On the inhale, we'll rise through that front knee, straighten that front knee, exhale to bend. Inhale as you rise, exhale to bend. Yeah! Inhale to rise. Whoop, I'm gonna step on this ball. Exhale to bend. Good. This time we're gonna open up to warrior two. So opening up to warrior two, that right leg is still in front, knee is over the ankle, and then expand through the upper body here. Expand your arms out. Your arms are an extension of your energy. Continue to breathe. Look out past that middle finger. Find your breath. Woo! Need that breath. Flip the front palm. Reach all the way to the back of the room. Reverse warrior. Good. So lifting and reaching up. Front knee is still bent. You're doing great. You're doing awesome. Breathing. Find your breath. Nice. Inhale to rise back up to a nice warrior two. Strong warrior that you are. You too, Joe. Flip that back palm. Reach to the front of the room. Feel that side body stretch. Option to bring the forearm down to your thigh. Just make sure you're not leaning too much weight onto it. Find the breath. Look up. I'm going to crank this a little bit because I love this song. There we go. Rising back up to your warrior two, nice and strong. Look out past that middle finger. Oh, I got a good stretch here. Thank you, Joe. Oh, goodness. Put both palms on the inhale. We're going to rise up through the front knee. Let the arms come above you. Exhale as you bend. Inhale, arms come above you. Exhale to bend. Good. Inhale to rise. Maybe the gaze looks up. Exhale to bend. One more because it feels so good. Exhale to bend. Good. We'll flip that front palm, reach all the way to the back of the room. Exhale to cartwheel the hands down to your mat. Option to take your, that's it. Option to take your flow on your time, on your pace. Or you can meet us in downward dog. Woo! Finding our way there. We're going to take 2 big deep breaths in downward dog. Take your time. We still have the other side to do. Sorry. On the inhale, we're going to flip bring our left leg up the back. So let that left heel rise up. And then step the foot in between the hands. We're going to spin on the back ball of that foot. So pivot on the back ball, bring that heel down. And when you're ready, rise up to warrior one. Good. So remember, you can step that back heel out a little bit. Everyone's looking good. We're all breathing. We've got our kitties. Oh. All right. Very good. Finding our breath here. On the inhale, we're going to rise through the front knee. Lift up. Exhale to bend. Inhale to rise. Exhale to bend. Inhale, rise. Yes. Exhale, bend. This time we're going to open up to warrior two. So opening nice and wide to your warrior two. Left knee is still in front. Engage that core. Let the energy expand out through the arms. Breathe. Find your breath. We're going to flip the front palm. Reach all the way to the back of the room. Reverse warrior. Yes. Very nice. Make sure everything's happening here. We're still alive here. Yes. Very good, everyone. Doing great. Breathing nice and deep. Say hi, Joe. He's very attracted to my mat. Reaching up and then coming back to your warrior two. Nice and strong warrior that you are. We're going to flip the back palm, reach to the front or the sky, extended side angle. Your choice. Good. Lifting the heart, continuing to let your energy project up to the sky. Lifting it up. Woo-hoo! Inhale to come back up. Nice strong warrior that you are. Find that breath. Find that focus. We're going to flip both palms. Inhale, we rise up. Exhale, we bend. Inhale to rise. Everyone's doing great. Exhale to bend. Inhale. I need those deep breaths. Good. Deep breaths mean a lot more when you have a mask on.
I don't think I'm breathing out. I just keep breathing in.
Yeah. Flip that front palm, reach all the way to the back of the room. One last time. Good stretch. Exhale to cartwheel the hands down to your mat. Take your time, your flow, your intention as we move through our vinyasa. Good. Everybody. Good. Take some deep breaths here. And then we're going to lower our knees, come down into child's pose. Yes, we deserve it. Take your time here. Take a moment to rest. Reconnect with your breath. Reconnect with your body. Everybody wants to be a cat. Taking deep breaths. Nice deep breath. One more. Exhale, release in your child's pose. We're going to start to roll up nice and gentle. Good. We're going to take a look at the hands in front of us. We're going to find our way to another downward dog, and then we're going to walk our feet to our hands at the top of our mat for a forward fold. Bend your knees here. Take a moment to readjust the feet so that they're about shoulder width apart. And then we're going to take, you can certainly bend your knees. We're going to take our peace fingers, wrap them around the big toes for yogi toe lock. Let your elbows go to the sides of the room. And then let your head dangle in the center, kind of like a diamond. Good. Breathing. Maybe you sway a little bit. Woo! On the inhale, we're going to slowly rise up to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Nice. We'll take one more. Inhale gently, forward fold. Flat back. Exhale, let it go. Good. Then we're going to start to heel toe our feet back together. So bringing those feet together so the big toes are touching. You can keep the knees bent. When you're ready, we're going to take a chair pose. So gently coming up to chair. Not about getting low for your chair. It's more about spreading the toes out, finding that stability. Knees come behind the toes. Engage your core. Open your heart. Breathe. Find your breath. Exhale, let it go. Aww. Sway it out. Woo! We're going to take one more beat. Inhale. Finding your chair pose. Nice and stable. Find that breath. We're going to bring the hands to heart center. Breathing nice and deeply. Option to stay here or option to place all the weight on the balls of your feet. Spread your toes and then rise your heels off of your mat. Create that platform for yourself. Exhale to come back down. Inhale to come back onto the balls of the feet. Woo! Exhale to release. Inhale once more. We got this. And then take a nice deep breath here. We're going to start to lower all the way down to the ground. Oh, yeah. Catch yourself at the bottom. Good. We're going to bring our feet nice and wide. We're just going to sway a little bit here in our yogi squat. So you want to get your heels down as best as you can. And to do that, you might need to step your stance a little wider. But that way, you're kind of stretching out the hips. You don't have to go low. We're just going to take a moment to sway here. Woo!
Oh God, that hurts.
Take it easy. Take it easy. You can stay exactly where you are. And then straighten through those knees. We're going to take a nice wide forward fold. Good. You want to turn your toes out a little bit to the side, just a little bit, kind of on the diagonal. And then press all four corners of your feet into the earth so that you're not leaning in the heels or the toes too much. Allow yourself to sway here. So we're going to kind of push through the hips, bend through the knees. Opening up the hip flexors. Taking a moment to sway it out. Good. And then we're going to walk our hands over to the right side. So placing the hands on the ankle, making sure all four corners of the feet are into the earth. Good. Option to stay here, or option to send your right arm up to the side for a twist. Breathing deep in your twist. Oh yeah, so you want to bring your
backwards.
Yeah, you want to come to the other side. Oh, that's it. There we go. You got your twist. So deep breaths in our twist, because twists really create clarity in the body and clean ourselves out, kind of bringing ourselves out. Exhale to come down through the center, and then walk the hands over to the left side. Option to stay just where you are, or you can send your left arm up to the sky. Breathe it. Woo! Find your breath. Exhale to come down through the center. We're going to bring our hands into the center. If your hands aren't touching the ground, then just kind of bring your feet a little wider. We're just going to bend and straighten through the legs. Good. Stretching out those hip flexors. Breathing. Woo! Taking our deep breath. We've got the feet over here, so we're taking our time. Good. Keep those knees bent now. We're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time. Nice wide stance, knees bent. Good. So once you reach the top, we're going to bring the arms out to cactus. You want to keep the knees bent and keep your pelvis underneath you. So it's a lot easier to kind of stick it out here. But if you bring it underneath you, you'll see that stacked spine. Relax your shoulders. Feel that good posture. Nice and aligned. On the inhale, we're going to open up our hearts to the sky just a little bit. Exhale, we're going to round through the back. Bring the hands in front of you. Bring the chin towards the chest. Inhale, open up to where it works for you. Open heart. Exhale to come back through the center, chin into the chest. We're going to take 2 more of these. You can take them at your own pace. So this is really good for opening up the heart, creating that open space. Breathing nice and gentle. Good. We're going to bring our hands down underneath us. Take your time. And then we're going to heel toe our feet back together so the big toes are touching. Good. Bend your knees if you need to. We're going to roll up through the spine one vertebrae at a time for your sun salutation one last time. Arms come all the way up to the top. Exhale to come into heart center. Beautiful. So we're going to come on into our balancing series. So if you need to grab a wall or a chair, that's fine. But we're going to come on into our left leg. So put all of your weight into the left side. Make sure everything's good here. Just always want to make sure it's not cutting out. Hi everyone, hope you're doing good. I hope you're just as sweaty as we are. Drink water, everyone, if you need to. Put all of your weight into that left leg. Once you're ready, we're going to take a couple balancing poses. We're going to start with tree pose. Now in your tree pose, you can either create this kickstand by bringing the right leg to the inside of the foot, or you can bring it to the inside of the calf, or you can bring it to the inside of the thigh. Your choice, just taking whatever works for you. You just don't want to put the foot on the knee, yeah? And then reach down into the earth. Let your arms take an expression of choice wherever they happen to be. Breathing. We've got a cat nap up here. Aw, so sweet. Good, finding that breath. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, we're going to step down, sway it out, let it go. Yeah. Nice. We're going to put all of our weight into the right side. Yes, we're creating our own wind, our own air here. Woo! Put all of your weight into the right side this time. Woo! Sweating. Create your kickstand. This is fine. This is more than enough. Find what works for you. Go exactly where you want to go. And then let your arms take a different expression of choice, maybe different than the last time. Good. Find your breath. Woo. Exhale, step down. Take your sway. Let it go. Woo-hoo. We're going to take another balancing pose. We're going to put all of our weight into the left side this time. Grab to the inside or outside of your right leg. Inside or outside, whatever works. Keep that hip down as best as you can. Reach the left arm out into the distance. Maybe you find your dancer's pose. You can always bend into that supporting knee a little bit more for the stability. Ooh, I'm not very stable today.
I can't even grab my foot.
Find what works for you. And then we're going to squeeze our knee into our chest. Give yourself a hug. A little gratitude goes a long way. Exhale, step down. Nice. Putting all of our weight into the right side this time. Grab the inside or outside of the foot. This is more than enough. Feel that stretch in your hamstring. Find what works for you. Reach the right arm out. Take a dip if you wish. Bend into that supporting knee if you need to. Find your balance, find your focus on your breath. Woo! Exhale. We'll bring everything into the center. Squeeze your knee into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Exhale. Step down. Sway it out. Woo! Nice. On the inhale, rise the arms up above you. Exhale, sweat down. Inhale to come halfway up. Exhale, we're gonna make our way down onto the ground. Oh yes, we're making it down. Good. So we're gonna come into our tabletop position, and we're gonna go into our hip opening series. I always offer a couple different options, because everyone's hips open differently, right? So find what works for you. Hi. I'm getting distracted. Come on. Come on. Come on.
A week ago, she wouldn't even come out, so she's making huge
I'm
strides.
so happy that when I was here last week, she was shoved in the corner of the thing.
We have loyal, right? So sweet. All right, so we're back onto the tabletop position. Now I'm going to offer 3 options for your hip opener. The first one is to take the right leg, bring it to the outside of the right hand for your lizard lunge. You keep the knee over the ankle. You can sway on the outside blade of the foot, but find what works for you. That's option 1. Option 2 is to take, option 2 is to take your knee in between your hands. Take a little wiggle around. Might want to bring this ankle out a little bit, however you need to. Everyone has a different angle. Find what works for you, and then you can either stay here or lower down. Option 2, which is pigeon. Option 3, if you don't like any of that, come onto your back. Bring your right leg across the left for figure 4. Option to stay here, or option to grab your hands underneath the back of the thigh and bring that closer for hip opener. Yeah, there she is. Oh, she's shy. So wherever you happen to be, any one of those 3 options, the lizard, the pigeon, or the figure 4, go ahead and take it for yourself. They're all going to give you that hip opener, and they're going to help you deepen in your hip flexibility, which is something that seems to be very requested all the time. People want to be more flexible in the hips. It helps a lot with various movements and just being a little bit more mobile. So just find what works for you. We're going to be here for about 5 or so more breaths. So let it be intentional. Let it be gentle. Come on.
Don't roll off, Joe.
Okay, maybe 2 more breaths wherever you are. And then we'll start to make our transition onto the other side. So take your time with coming up. Maybe you take a opposition stretch. Maybe you stretch back into your downward or your child's pose or a downward dog, whatever you need. Take a moment to stretch that out. And then we'll transition on to the other side. So just because you did lizard on this side doesn't mean you have to do the same exact thing. You can always do a pigeon or a figure 4. If you know that one side is more flexible than the other, then just adjust however you need to. And find what works. So finding that transition, breathing. Good, good, good. Nice. How are my cats doing around here?
Alex is in the white cube.
Oh,
He's watching us from afar.
I think they're more entertained by us than they are. What are these humans doing? Getting down like this. We're putting on a show for you, Joe? He's got like the prime seat. Nice. Take about 2 or 3 more deep breaths wherever you are, nice and intentional. Find that breath. And then we'll start to gently transition out of this. Take your time with your transition, knowing that your transitions are just as important as the actual movements. You're a good boy.
You can move that gray thing to the floor and sit on there.
Wanna come chill out? Oh, you want to toy. You want to toy. Okay, you want to. Look at that. Aw, you got a beautiful face. Very nice. All right, coming back up from our hip flexors. Everyone feel all nice and good in the hips there. We're going to continue on. We're going to come back into a tabletop position, or you can come to a plank, your choice. But finding a nice deep breath here, we're going to lower ourselves all the way down to our mat, taking that in. And then we're going to bring our hands to our sides, to our hips, turn our palms to face the earth. And then maybe you bring your chin or your forehead to your mat. We're going to take a few locust poses here. If you have any lower back issues, you can always stay exactly where you are and rest. Or if you like, start to rise your heart gently off of the earth. Relax those shoulders down the back. Maybe the feet start to rise off. Finding a nice long line, breathing, not holding the breath. Find what works for you. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale, release. Hi, Laura. Aw, so sweet. Coming back down. Turn your cheek for a rest. Woo! We're going to take this again. Nice and gentle. When you're ready, start to rise your heart off of your mat. No force, no strain. Every little bit is enough. Find what works. Keep the back of your neck nice and long as well, so you're not putting that crink in the neck. Breathing, breathing. Take a nice deep breath at the top. Exhale, lower all the way down. Turn your cheek for a rest. Very nice. And then take the legs behind you for a windshield wiper. Feeling that stretch in the lower back, releasing the lower back. Nice. Hi, you're such a sweetie. Yeah, you are.
We think she has a crush on Joe.
Aww. She's got a crush on
So
Jill.
she wants making time with the phone too, so.
If she's a little floozy.
To be determined.
So we'll start to make our gentle, nurturing way onto our back. So gently moving your way. Nice, easy transition. Make it easy for yourself, however you need to get there. Take your time coming onto your backs. Good. So once you reach your back, oh, there she goes. Oh, once you reach your back, gently place your feet into the earth. So let your feet come into the earth and let your knees go up to the sky. You can gently walk your heels back to your sit bones. And then place your hands into the earth. We're going to take bridge pose 2 different times. And just be nice and gentle. On the inhale, we'll start to rise our hips off of our mat. Maybe just a little bit this time. Go to where you need to. Finding this inversion in the most comforting way as possible. And you don't think of bridge as an inversion, but it definitely is because the heart is at a lower place than the rest of the body. So finding that for yourself, re-energizing through the heart. Breathe in. Finding that breath. Exhale to come down, nice and slowly, all the way down. Good, good, good. Finding that breath. We're going to take this again. Option to take any variations this time. So maybe you clasp the hands at the lower back when you rise. Maybe you push to the balls of the feet when you rise. Maybe you take one foot off at a time. Your choice. When you're ready, rise your hips off of the mat. Find that breath. Nice and gentle. Maybe take a variation or not. Your choice. Always your choice, and it's always more than enough. Nice deep breath. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, we'll start to lower all the way back down to our mat. And then squeeze your knees in toward your chest if that feels good for you, rocking side to side. Good. Very nice. We'll place our feet back down onto the ground. So feet come back down into the ground, knees up to the sky. We're going to take our supine twist. So we'll take our right leg, cross it across the left. And then bring your right knee across your center line to the left side for your twist. If this is enough, feel free to stay here. Or you can continue on to bring that right knee across the center line, your choice. If you are coming to a twist, adjust the hips at the bottom and then relax the shoulders down the back. Breathing, nice and gentle in your twist. Ooh, nice deep breath. We worked really hard. So taking the time to twist here, knowing that our twists create clarity in the body, but then they also create clarity in the mind as well. So taking that extra time to release any thoughts. Exhale to come back to the center. You can either come back to the floor or you can squeeze the knees back into the chest, your choice. Breathing nice and deeply. We'll place our feet back down into the earth. Option to take your twist on the other side. Left leg crossing across the right. Option to stay just where you are with the legs crossed, or you can continue to cross the left over your center line to the right side. Maybe your back pops like mine does. Little cracks here. Adjust your hips at the bottom and then release through the left shoulder. Maybe the gaze looks over that left shoulder to increase the twist. Breathing, looking good, everyone. Continue to find that breath. Good, good, good. Continuing to breathe. Looking good, everyone. Very nice, very nice. Good, good, good. Take a few more breaths, however you need to. And then gently starting to unravel yourself back, bringing both feet down onto the earth. Maybe you squeeze the knees into the chest. And we're going to send our heels up to the sky, just as though you had your feet on the ceiling. You can either take your hands and put them behind your thighs. You can bend the knees also. Or you can take the hands and bring them underneath the lower back, your choice. So this is always really good for energizing the body, bringing more energy into our hearts and our minds, creating a different energy line. Breathing.
Yeah, he's literally right on.
Take a few more breaths here. So we're going to squeeze our knees into our chest, bring it back down. We're going to take a happy baby, so bring the knees nice and wide. Maybe you grab to the toes or the outside of the heels, rocking side to side. Good. And then take any last bits of stretches that you might need. So if you need to stretch the backs of the heels, if you need to stretch anything else, take this time to do so for yourself. Whatever else you need to stretch, go ahead and do it. And we're going to squeeze ourselves into a tiny little ball. Bring your knees into your chest. Wrap your hands around yourself. Give yourself a hug. And then bring your chin into your chest. Nice little ball of energy. Take a nice deep breath in. Move your face around, a little bit of face yoga. Exhale. Maybe move your face around a little bit more. And then take one more deep breath. Hold it. Exhale, let it all go. We're going to come down into our Shavasana. So allow your body to come down, lying nice and flat. Coming into your final resting pose, letting everything go. Let the legs come down to the edge of your mat. Let the arms come out beside you as you lie nice and flat. And if there's anything else you're holding on to, mind, body, or spirit in your Shavasana, in your final resting pose, take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, send it all the way down into the earth. Let everything go. And relax. 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 Come back. Allow yourself to come back into your body, wiggling your toes and fingertips. Let your breath deepen. Take a nice big stretch overhead, coming back into the room. When you're ready, gently coming onto your favorite side and stay there. Nice and gentle transition onto your side. Give yourself a hug. Give yourself gratitude for showing up today, for being my first group of in-person for a while here. But for showing up on your mat and honoring your wellness, honoring your body, honoring your well-being. And then allow that gratitude to spread out into the world as you continue on your journey. Thank you all. We'll gently start to make our way onto a seated position, taking your time as you come back. Finding your seated position, nice and gentle. Take a nice deep breath up the arms, rise up, reach up, look up, exhale to come into heart center. Inhale, nice and big, expand. Exhale into heart center. And once more, nice big inhale. Exhale into heart center. Let love and gratitude carry you wherever you go. Thumbs come in toward the heart, resting at your heart center where love ignites and spreads out into the universe. Bring your thumbs to your third eye, continuing to progress each and every day. Shanti, 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 peace, peace, peace. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.
Namaste.
And thank you all so much for joining me today. Thank you so much for being a part of our Cat Nook class today. 100% of the donations go to Cat Nook and the well-being of these furry friends that we have. I guess we bored. He went to sleep. But thank you all for your kind donations and your generosity as we continue to make light in the shelter and spread our love to our beautiful cats and our beautiful friends here that continue to volunteer at the Cat Nook. So thank you so much, Gina.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah. You guys are awesome. I'm so happy to be teaching yoga with people. I've been teaching to a screen for the past, well, however long this has been, so it's so nice to see
When I
that.
said to my niece, I'm like, we're going. It'll feel good to be live again.
Thank you all so much. If you want to learn more about Cat Nook, you can always go to catnookcafe.com, right? And make sure to tune into their Instagram account and their Facebook. They have events all throughout the month and auctions and all great things, and all of those donations go back into the Cat Nook. Thank you so much for joining today. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, Leanne. It was so awesome.
Good to see you.
Take and see.
Hey, girl.
Hi, thank you. Very cool.
See your mom.
Bye.
Good to see you.
Bye. Thank you.
Oh, so good to see you. Thank you. Elizabeth, we'll have to catch up. It's so good to see you.
Bye. Bye, kitties.
Hi, Allison. Elena. Hi, Mom.